Hey, what's good, everybody? This is Adnan reading the clutch, and as a Heat fan, it hurts me to make this video, but as we all know by now, Damian Lillard has been traded to the Milwaukee Bucks for a fairly decent package from all sides, as it's a three-team trade between the Bucks, Trailblazers, and the Phoenix Suns. And the full details are: the Bucks obviously get Damian Lillard, the Trailblazers get Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, Tomani Kamara, a 2029 first-round pick from Milwaukee, and a 2028 and 2030 pick swaps between Milwaukee and Portland. And the Phoenix Suns, who I believe low-key won this trade as well, gets Yusuf Nurkic, Nasir Little, Keon Johnson, and Grayson Allen. And I'm not gonna lie, when the news broke down and I found out it was Milwaukee, like I was speechless. I was at a loss for words, and I needed some time to get my mind and my emotions correct, because had I made a video immediately when this video started, I would mentally be all over the place, and it would just end up becoming a huge rant. And I want to make this video as professional and non-biased as possible. That's why I needed to get my emotions correct. But like from a non-biased perspective, I do believe for Damian Lillard, this is a great trade for him, as now one of the issues he had in Portland was his lack of talent alongside him to go out and compete for a championship. Well, now he gets to compete with an MVP caliber talent, who is a champion, by the way, in Giannis Antetokounmpo, and that's arguably the greatest player he will ever play with for the rest of his career, while Giannis is still in his prime on top of that. So, and also from a non-biased perspective, I believe this is better for him basketball-wise to be in Milwaukee, because had he joined the Heat and got his wish, and my wish too, by the way, had he joined the Heat, it would have been most likely, realistically, a 2 or 3 year window, because Jimmy Butler, he is 34 years old, and Damian Lillard is 33. So the time to win is now, and they have to get a championship done now before either one of them and or both of them falls off due to age. And so it would have been like basically just go all in, and they have to win next season. Like, this is it. This is their best opportunity kind of deal. But with Milwaukee, they do have some time, because Giannis, he's still in his 20s and he can still compete year in and year out as long as he's healthy. And Damian Lillard, his window for winning a championship in Milwaukee is longer than it is in Miami. That's just from a non-biased perspective. So it's great for him in this aspect. The Blazers, I believe they got a good deal in this. They got Drew Holiday, who is a point guard that is willing to mentor Scoot Henderson, as he's going to be the future of the Trailblazers. That's how he is looked at, and I believe he's a great talent in this situation. DeAndre Ayton, he fits perfectly with the Blazers timeline, and he's a young center, and who the Blazers are trying to go young and go in full rebuild mode, so that's good. And also they get a 2029 first round pick, which is most likely pretty good, because just in case by then, that if Damian Lillard, like when he's probably retired by then, because he is, like I said, he's 33 now and we're in 2023, so by 2029 he's near 40 or gonna be 40, and most likely probably retired. And if Giannis does leave by then, it could potentially be a lottery pick at least. So that's a good deal for the Blazers in this aspect. And 2028 and 30 pick swaps. So if the Bucks do age out by then, and this could be Portland's opportunity to immediately cash in, as Scoot Henderson by then, God willing that he's healthy and continues to have that work ethic to develop his game and want to be the best player possible, they can be a playoff threat or a championship threat. And in the middle of all that, they get number 1, number 2, number 3 overall picks from Milwaukee because of this trade. It's just very similar to with the Celtics back in the early days, when they would they just won a championship and they get like a top overall pick somehow. So like this could be another one of those situations if everything does work out. So good deal for the Blazers. And the Suns, I'm impressed with them because the biggest question the Suns had was their depth after getting Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and at the time DeAndre Ayton all on the same team. Everybody was concerned with their bench because it was just a bunch of minimum guys who they made some good moves, by the way, but we don't know, like, if let's say one of them gets traded or I'm sorry, one of them gets injured and is out for several weeks or God forbid even out for the season. It could be non-basketball reference like the New York Jets with Aaron Rodgers. Once he was down, the Jet season is over, and so Phoenix obviously wanted to avoid a potential situation like that, and they somehow got DeAndre Ayton in exchange for 4 players to add to their team, to their both as a starter and Yusuf Nurkic, and 3 more guys to help out with their bench. So I thought that was a great move for the Suns, and as long as everybody's healthy, the Suns are definitely championship threats, and it's most likely come down to either the Suns, the Nuggets, the defending champs, the Lakers, possibly, and the Warriors. I'm not going to discount the Warriors for anything as long as Steph Curry is there. The Warriors are always going to be lurking. So it's a 4-race team for the Western Conference spot in the finals, and for the East, I believe Milwaukee's now the favorite because the Celtics, I mean, yes, they are. They're always right there in the mix, and yes, they made the finals back in 2022 against the Warriors, but I don't know if overall Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are just, I don't know if they really can click right now because they are great in the regular season and they do have their moments in the playoffs, but somehow either one doesn't show up or they don't help each other in their game or whatever the case may be. So it's like they'll always be there, but I just, with like, I don't know how many years has it been, like 6-7 years that they've been together, and they haven't won anything yet, and they're both entering their prime. It's like, I don't know. It's I would think they would click by now, but in terms of like having a ring, but I guess it's just like I wouldn't take them. I would take them seriously, but not like they're the immediate favorites. So if that makes sense. So, and also with the Heat, I mean, this kind of messed up their chances big time because they let go of Max Strus and Gabe Vincent for nothing, basically, because they were trying to clear space for Damian Lillard, and now they can't. They could have been trade pieces. They missed out on Christian Wood and Kelly Oubre, and I'll admit, as a Heat fan, which I know most of y'all are probably waiting for, I am very frustrated and annoyed by this because this is like, I don't know how many stars the Heat have missed out on, and several of them have listed the Heat as their preferred destinations. They missed out on Kevin Durant, who listed the Suns and the Heat as his preferred destinations when he requested a trade. They missed out on Donovan Mitchell, who also included the Heat as his preferred destination, but obviously the Knicks were his number 1 option. And Damian Lillard, same thing. As we all know, we don't need to get too much into depth into that, and the Heat just miss out every single time, and now they missed out on even more pieces to add to their own depth. And one of the Heat's weakness is a lack of scoring in their point guard role, because Kyle Lowry, he's a great player for most of his career, but ever since the Heat got him, he hasn't been his best, understandably because of his age. And Damian Lillard could have been an upgrade in that aspect because he just came off his best season, but the Heat once again missed out because if the reports are true that the Heat only offered Tyler Hero and 2 first-round picks, I can understand from the Blazers' perspective why they didn't want to talk to the Heat, because I find it very disrespectful because you're asking for a top 75 player, not my opinion, but the league, because he made the top 75 NBA team, for basically nothing, and a player that they don't really need because they're full of guards, especially one that they have for years to come. So it's ridiculous. And I understand that he wanted not to be desperate and not bleed out their whole roster, but like I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, the Heat needed to get it done. Like, it doesn't matter what you got to do. If you got to give up all your first round picks, do it. If you got to give up Caleb Martin, because I was hearing that was a huge tipping point, you got to get it done. If they wanted Jaime Jaquez or Nikola Jovic, get it done. But the Heat didn't. They thought they had all the leverage in the world, but they probably forgot to realize that Damian Lillard didn't have a no trade clause. Bradley Beal, he had a no trade clause, and he was able to choose where he wanted to go, and he wanted to go to the Phoenix Suns, and Washington ended up trading him to the Suns, even though a lot of people say, including myself, that he didn't get the best package possible. But once again, he had a no trade clause, so he has that luxury of getting what he wants, even though it may not be best for the team that he was with at the time. So Damian Lillard didn't have that, so any team can come in and trade for him. This is what happened with Kawhi Leonard with the Spurs back in 2018. He wanted to leave San Antonio and he wanted to go to LA, but the Spurs were like, nope, and they traded him to Toronto, and that's what ended up happening. And yes, they got a championship out of it, and it was we all know what happened from here on out. And with Donovan Mitchell, he also had a trade request. He wanted to go to number one, the New York Knicks, and also the Miami Heat. But Cleveland Cavaliers, out of nowhere, came in and ended up getting the deal done. Now this is the same thing happening with Damian Lillard. It was the Heat, and then out of nowhere, the Bucks came in. Even though we thought a couple days ago Toronto was the front runners to get Damian Lillard, but unfortunately, now the Bucks, both the Heat and Toronto Raptors rival, they came in and got Damian Lillard, and potentially creating a mega, one of the best duos this league has ever seen. So it's really annoying as a Heat fan. Like, they have the tools, they have the talent, the capability to be a championship winning team for years to come, but it's their lack of, I don't want to say adaptability, but their lack of openness. Like, they're very stubborn in their ways. They think they got all the tools and all the cards in the world, but let's be real, they haven't won a championship in 10 years. They last won a championship in 2013. We're in 2023 right now, and if we want to look at some history, their three championships, 2006, 2012, 2013, involved having major stars. So in 2006, Dwayne Wade, he was entering his prime, and he had Shaquille O'Neal, somebody to help out Dwayne Wade and mentor him. And the Heat had a bunch of tough guys and strong-willed people to support Wade, with Jason Williams, Antoine Walker, Udonis Haslem, Alonzo Mourning, even though he was on the decline at the time, and I can go on and on. And with the Heatles back in 2012, 2013, it was LeBron James, who was arguably the greatest player of all time at his best, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, they had Ray Allen, they had Shane Battier, it was Mario Chalmers. They had some really good players on that roster, and it was a superstar-led team. It wasn't just a bunch of, like, either a number one star or potentially two stars and a bunch of role players, and let's maximize these guys and let's go from here. No, they've been trying that for the past, I don't know, like ever since Dwayne Wade left, or back in 2016. They've been trying that for the past 7 years, and that hasn't got them anything. So they got close, but no championship to show for it. So, and Damian Lillard, he could have been that tipping point for them, but unfortunately that's not the case. Now, I mentioned Donovan Mitchell earlier. Their best hope now is, hopefully, God willing, that Donovan Mitchell, he does not want to stay in Cleveland. The Miami Heat, they do have a chance to redeem themselves, but history has shown that the Heat have missed out and missed out and missed out again. So I don't even know if this is possible, but if they can somehow trade for Donovan Mitchell, I believe that will be a good consolation prize, as Donovan Mitchell, just like Damian Lillard, also scored 71 points. So, and he's also young, he's still in his prime. So this could be a chance for the Heat to redeem themselves if they're willing to wake up from this situation and just be willing to get a superstar, because that's the Heat have two weaknesses right now: having a perennial scoring guard like a Damian Lillard, for example, or and they lack size, which is one of their huge problems that they got exposed in the finals. If they can at least solve one of them, and they get a scoring guard in Donovan Mitchell to help out their overall offense, I believe that can help alleviate some of the troubles that this team has. And Tyler Hero, yes, he's a great player. Yes, he won Sixth Man of the Year. He's a true rising star, but the Heat, they want to win now. And Tyler Hero, he has been injured, especially when the team needed him the most. So I like Tyler Hero. He's a great player, but if the Heat are serious, they want to win now. If they're all in, they gotta do what they gotta do. Whether it's get more teams involved or trade all your first round picks, just do the trade. Just do the signing, or max out whatever you gotta do to make sure that you can win and compete and take care of your stars that are willing to come to you, like Jimmy Butler, for example. He was willing to come to Miami, and the Heat haven't provided so much to help him out, as he had to overwork himself. And I understand it's his job, but still, like, every player needs help to win a championship. It doesn't matter who you are, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, everybody needs help. So their lack of willingness to help out and just be filled with a bunch of role players to just make this work, it's not sustainable. So it's really, I'm just, like I said, I was at a loss for words, and I'm still, as you can tell, I'm still like trying to process everything. But overall, congratulations to the Bucks fans. You guys have, now you guys are a threat for the championship for years to come, and congratulations on just getting it done. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. All these rumors don't mean anything until after the trade is done. So congrats to you guys. You guys did what you had to do to make the deals behind the scenes, and just like that, you got your guy. So congrats. And Suns fans, I'm really excited for you guys. You guys are really going to be a serious threat, as now you basically are a complete team, barring any injuries. And for the Trailblazers, I believe they got the most value that they needed in this trade, getting both a point guard that's willing to mentor their guy, and a center that's willing to fit within their timeline. So yeah, it's a good trade overall for everybody involved. And the Heat, they need to look themselves in the mirror and just be willing to just get things done. That's it. No more talks, just all about action. Because as a Heat fan, I want to see another championship, and I don't know what to say anymore. But Bucks fans, Trailblazers fans, Suns fans, Heat fans, please let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about this. And for us Heat fans, we can definitely share our opinions, and we can cry together. I'm just kidding. But Bucks fans, Trailblazers, and Suns fans, please let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like the trade? Do you guys believe you gave up too much, too little, or do you believe you finessed whichever team? Please let me know, and I certainly love to discuss with you guys. Please like and subscribe to this channel. I certainly love and appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you all so much for your time. God bless you all, and talk soon.